Now to Bucks County, where officials say they've solved the decades-old cold case murder of a young girl.
Yeah, today officials detailing their thorough investigation that ultimately led them to the suspect after 63 years. 9-year-old Carol Ann Doherty was found murdered at St. Mark's Roman Catholic Church in Bristol in October of 1962. Officials say their suspect is William Schrader. They say he lived close to the church and had a disturbing history of violence towards little girls.
Action News reporter Trish Hartman is live in Doylestown now with the full details. Trish.
Well, Sarah Gray, this cold case has loomed over this community for 6 decades. 9-year-old Carol Ann Doherty was raped and murdered here in this church behind me in Bristol Borough. Today, authorities announced that they now know who committed that murder 63 years ago. It was a cold case that some thought may never be solved.
She took her final breath in that choir loft of the church that was so sacred to her and to her family.
9-year-old Carol Ann Doherty was found by her father, raped and strangled inside St. Mark's Catholic Church in Bristol Borough in October of 1962.
That single devastating act changed my family's life forever.
Today, Bucks County and state authorities announced a grand jury has determined that William Schrader, who died in 2002, was responsible for Doherty's rape and murder. Carol Ann's sister says she wondered if she would ever see this day.
After so many decades of unknowing, this finding finally brings closure and a truth to a wound that never healed.
New information and interviews with family paired with previous forensic evidence solidify their suspicions that William Schrader was responsible. One key piece, they say Schrader had confessed to his stepson.
On 2 separate occasions, William Schrader admitted to him that he had done this and got away with it, and they interviewed him. And he was consistent.
Authorities say after Carol Ann's murder, Schrader fled the area and went on to sexually assault multiple other young girls, including family members. He also served time in prison after authorities say he set a house on fire, killing a child inside.
So the generational sexual abuse that this man inflicted upon every female, child, and woman in his life, he didn't stop until the day he died.
Carol Ann is remembered as a bright young girl who loved to read and ride her bike. Now her sister says this brings a sense of closure that her parents didn't live to experience.
Though nothing can bring Carol back, we can finally let her rest in peace.
Now, authorities say this was a challenging case, and initially 4 different suspects were being considered. The district attorney says this is very likely the only case in the United States where a young girl was raped and killed inside a church. We're live in Bristol Borough. Trish Hartman, Channel 6 Action News.
Some closure for that family. Trish, thank you.